Hello. As you know, yoga is harmony of body, mind, and spirit. And there's another way of finding this harmony. Yoga is very resourceful. There are people who want to work directly with their energy centers as a means of getting established in harmony of body, mind, and spirit. And that kind of yoga is called Laya Yoga. It means working with the energy of the energy centers, or chakras. There are 5 in the spine, tailbone to the top of the neck, and there are 2 in the head, forehead, crown of the head. You really need a teacher to help you with Laya Yoga. We'll give you a taste of it, but it's best to have professional advice in working with your chakras. And it's a wonderful field. It's just amazing what these energy centers can do for us. One in the tailbone area, it's called an astral center. It's an energy center, but it's not directly physical. It's indirectly physical. So it's associated with the tailbone, but it's in that area, and it's an energy center. If you examine a person, some of these will show up medically and some won't. So just bear that in mind. We're not saying that in the sacrum, that plate of bones above the tailbone, you will examine a person and find an energy center there. No. But if you go there in meditation, you'll find a wonderful energy moving and flowing in the sacral area. So it's not physiological, but the nerves very often have something to do with the energy that's there. So we're wondrously made, and we're talking about energy beyond physical, and which is related to the nerves and that area of the body, but not directly. We're talking about energy centers that you can work with from the beginning. You may not be sensitive to them, but you can also work with them until you become sensitive to the energy play there and the direction that the energy is moving. Tailbone, one for center we call it, and sacral area, the plate of bones above the tailbone, in back of the navel, inside the spine. It's called the navel chakra. In back of the heart, inside the spine, the heart chakra. If you had a collar button directly inside the spine, we call it the throat chakra, but it would be just where the collar button would go, straight into the spine from the collar button. That's called the throat chakra. The forehead center, called the third eye quite often, or AJNA, which we pronounce ajna, but is pronounced agyan. Sorry about that. But we're trying to get cultures to fit together here, and they do very well in yoga. Thank God. So forehead center, about 1/2 inch above where the eyebrows meet. You focus in here. It's a wondrous place to develop your energy. The forehead center, the third eye, we generally call it the third eye, and the crown center above, right at the top of your head, but it's not recognized by yogis who go deep. They think it's a master center in a way. It's not a center in the way the rest of them are, the other 6. It is a center that provides for the others to all work. It nurtures spiritually all the other centers. So it's kind of like a mother center. The crown chakra, the 1,000-petaled lotus. Yogis love the term lotus, and we very often call each chakra as having wonderful lotus factor. How many petals of a lotus do you have in the first one, and on, like 4 in the first one, and 6 in the next one, and 10 in the next one, 12, then 16, then 2, but I didn't want to get into that. And 1,000, but I got into it. What I'm saying is, this is specialized training. So I just want to give you a general sense. You have these energy centers, and working with them, you can experience yoga, the harmony of body, mind, and spirit. And through them, you can unify your individual consciousness with infinite spirit everywhere. So, is that enough? There are 2 other energy centers that I should mention. One is the medulla center, top of the neck, below the skull, a nice little ridge in there, unless you're a football player, where you got a great big muscle right across the top of it. It's amazing to see how muscular some people can be in this area. Anyway, because they're looking for their ridge and they don't have a ridge. They've got a beautiful thick muscle there. I've seen it. Anyway, this is called the medulla center. And yogis say, but this is just connected to the third eye center. So they're both one center. The medulla is considered the south pole, and the forehead center is considered the north pole of the same center. Very often yogis talk about this like it's a separate center. The other center that's worth developing and knowing about is roughly where the thymus gland is. It's right here. It's down from the collar, about 2 to 2.5 inches. But when you focus there, your mind will gather in this particular chest, higher chest center. It's called by some yogis, not all, Kurmanadi, meaning if you were a turtle and you pulled your head in, you'd pull it in to this point. I'm sorry if it's complicated. I don't mean it to be complicated. I thought I would just simplify everything in this talk. These beautiful energy centers can be stimulated by chanting the word Om and focusing your mind in each area. So you could chant perhaps 12 times, Om, 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 in the first center, then go to the second center in the sacrum, chant Om 12 times, and you could go to the navel center, heart center, throat center, third eye, crown, chanting Om 12 times in each center. And that would be a beautiful way to feel more together, to sense your spiritual self, your body, mind, and spirit. Chant 12 times in each center. But when you go up, you should also come down 12 times, coming down from crown, third eye, throat, heart, navel, sacral, tailbone. And that would be a wonderful practice to do. You could stop right now and do it if you like, and see if you can enjoy working with your awareness in each of these wonderful energy centers. And so I would recommend you do that, but you may feel as you're working with these centers, what yogis feel, that each center is like a doorway to a different level of higher consciousness, a doorway to higher levels of spiritual awareness, each one. And there are books about these doorways and the realms of consciousness that you enter into by going through these doorways of the chakras. So that said, I'd like you to locate each chakra in your mind, put your awareness there, and chant Om. If it's comfortable, great. If it's uncomfortable, don't do it. Just wait for your nerves to tune up, and it'll be comfortable one day and blissful eventually. You feel ecstasy in the spine and in the chakras even more. So, please, if comfortable, you could even put your hand on each chakra to just be more aware of where it is. Tailbone, sacrum, behind the navel, inside the spine, behind the heart, inside the spine. In the throat chakra, just directly back of where a collar button would be. Third eye, half an inch above where the eyebrows meet, the juncture of the eyebrows. And the top of the head, the crown chakra. So please locate them and chant Om in each one and rejoin me. Go ahead. Welcome back. You'll feel better all day. You'll feel more centered and more alive, more clear in conscience and awareness, more clear in consciousness. But you would also sense your conscience more too. So that said, then what do you do? Very often you specialize in your favorite chakra. The main ones I recommend are the heart, the third eye, and the crown. Crown may make you more spacey, so you might have to come back to the third eye if you get spacey. Spacey means you should thoroughly come down in your awareness from your head to your toes, to the palms of your hands, to your fingertips. Just gently think of energy coming down, 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 not going up. But anyway, heart, third eye, or crown. And choose one for now if you like. And the goal would be, if you're interested in this area, meditate chanting Om inside the heart chakra, forehead, or crown centers for 10 to 20 minutes. Just focus there, chant Om, and you will develop. So each of these chakras will say something about you and your nature, but just pick your favorite one, or try one day and another the next day. But it's best to focus on one or the other of the heart, third eye, or crown. Chant Om there, and just let serenity and love or light fill you. Fill that area and spread. So I usually use a little timer, not one that ticks close to me, but there are significantly beautiful things available these days that will not make a noise and will let you know when 20 minutes or 10 minutes is up. So I recommend now, having stimulated all the chakras, find your favorite one and spend 10 to 20 minutes in meditation, centering in that chakra. And may it bless you, and I wish you well. I wish you patience. You'll have other thoughts, your mind will disturb, but just stay with one chakra and you will grow in yoga. Maybe by leaps and bounds, maybe like a turtle, but it's up to you. So at this point, I would like you to do this for 20 minutes, or 10, as you prefer. When you finish, I would like to describe each chakra to you, but I'd rather you just get used to one first. And when you come back, I'll talk about these 3 energy centers. But please give yourself a chance. Focus. Enjoy your chakras. They're amazing gifts, rich in benefits, and very pleasant to be in. Away you go. All right now. Did you go to the heart? Do you like the heart center? The heart center very often gives you a feeling of expansion. Often you see sky blue light. It's like the sky, it's vast. Heart center gives you peace from your fears and from your worries. The heart center helps you overcome selfishness and self-centeredness. You just get a more expansive personality. Heart center gives you more and more love and devotion. After you have expansions, then these really come on strong. The love, the devotion, the sense of humility, the sense of peace, and you get to see that vast blue sky. So that's the heart center. It's often a yogi's favorite. Most yogis, it's their favorite. But not everybody. Third eye. In your forehead, half an inch above the junction of the eyebrows, and inside. You'll find a place inside that is just comfortable to gather your consciousness in your forehead center. Be gradual. Don't try too hard. Don't overstimulate this or any chakra, or you'll get a headache. But stop if any comfort or any discomfort or burning or aching is felt, because some people do strain their third eye into a headache. So that's the third eye. Let me see, I think I've got another card somewhere. It's right on the back of the third card. Here's the fourth card. Oh, back to the third eye. You get more insight, clarity, judgment, willpower. You often see indigo light, or a dot of white light, maybe shimmering gold. These are characteristic of the third eye. You begin to sense you're a soul, you're a spiritual being in your third eye. So third eye meditation, very beneficial, but don't do it when you go to stores and neighbors, because so many young fellows just try to hold their mind here. People think you're strange. People think, what are you up to? What's going on there? Anyway, if you're going to be in your third eye and you're going to wander the streets in the third eye, just, what should we say? Soften that attitude. Don't run around with a fierce focus on your third eye unless you're alone. It makes people worried about you. Crown or sphere, size of a grapefruit, above your head, or just right on the top of your head. This is a wonderful center. Of course it is. Makes you serene, wise, contact with the soul, and very often you get absorbed in your soul here. You feel light is shining down on you from here. You feel blessings come into your life from the Sahasrara. You feel connected with the infinite and connected with other people from this center. So those are the notes on the three different chakras. I emphasize, go easy. Don't overstimulate. Stop if you're in discomfort or have a burning sensation. That's the nerves saying, this is too much energy. Less, please, less. When you finish this beautiful focus on one chakra or the other, on the heart, third eye, or crown, when you finish, then chant Om and go down through all the chakras to the hips. And if you wish, also then let your energy go down to your feet, to your toes, and down your arms, to your palms and fingers. Then tense and relax your body. Then walk around a bit. Feel your body. Be aware you're in your body. But this is an experience of Laya Yoga as a way to harmonize body, mind, and spirit, and to live in that awareness. I wish you well in your practice of Laya Yoga.